Okay, I have about 2 hours for this stream working on the manage subscription page and functions, backend functions, hand in hand. Ooh, does that make me a full stack developer now? I want to do at 2 hours countdown starting now. All right, there you go. 2 hours. Let's see what we can do. First thing I noticed is this unsubscribe. You can't go here where it says you already unsubscribed. You have to go to the manage subscription page. So let's update that. So that's in the footer of the website, which is a layout component. And here I can say down here, manage subs. So now if I reload the page and I click here, or it goes manage email subscriptions. Right. And this and do this as a single page. If you pass the validation parameter, then it can tell you the email. Otherwise, you have to input and validate the email. So I guess there's some work to do here to make that happen. I'm just closing some of the stuff. For example, we can be into different modes. Let's find the page first. Functions. Or the component. Manage subscription is this one. Yeah. So this works in two different ways. If you have those parameters, yeah, it says missing or invalid sub ID at the moment, but maybe we can make it work also in the other way. We could have another variable, state variable. Actually, maybe no need, because either the email is the we also need a loading speed now in case there is a sub ID. So we go here on mount and we get the sub ID pretty much immediately. This code will take no time. So we don't need a spinner here. But here, where is either in the loading state, what's this form state? Hold on. We made that up, yeah? Okay. Loading. So either we say loading and not loading, or we have a proper state variable with different states. Maybe I like that more. Where state is one of that. No, not those, but okay, that's a start. I cannot use the word state. Okay, so let's use something else. What can you use? Phase. Okay, let's use phase. We are either idle. Maybe we start idle. We don't know in which phase we are. When we can be in a phase called. Hold on, I have to think. Called validate email or insert email, submit email. stop. You don't know what I'm doing. Stop. They say I suggest, I should be able to auto disable. Oh, to disable. Maybe with a hotkey. Sometimes are good. Sometimes are really frustrating. AI suggestions on windsurf. What's a code lens? Windsurf widget in your editor status bar. What's the status bar? This one on the bottom, which is outside the screen, off the screen. Ooh. Right. What's that? Remote window. Spaces. Svelte. Free upgrade now. Yeah, plain free. Settings. Maybe it's this one. Oh. Maybe, huh? Let's try slow instead of disabling. Because that's so annoying. It goes too fast. I need time to think. Yeah, that's nice. So it's not a failure, but is a different phase. But they want we will do an else. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Okay. Let's go disable them completely. Off. There you go. We will turn it on later. It's pretty annoying. So the phase, we need a new phase. I was trying to think. It's impossible to think with this constant battering of stupid suggestions. Yeah, off. Either loading or enter email, validate email, input, enter email. Because maybe validate is another phase. We'll see. So let's say the phase is enter email. Yeah, return is a good idea. For now, we'll have to see what else we have to do. But now, if we enter here, we can say phase loading. That's another concern, or maybe do that later. And initially go back to idle, but we will probably have to do something different. We go back to idle also if there is an error. Is there finally? Okay, so let's remove. Good. Right. Let's suppose that in a phase enter email. In that case, we can remove disable. So equal enter phase is not enter email. Wait a second, I'm not sure. If the phase is enter email, yeah, then is not disabled. That should be fine. So, and instead it doesn't seem to work. Hold on. If phase is enter email, this one is false. So it should be disabled false. So it should be enabled. All right. Let's go here in the input and we get this information and we can write disable equal disable and disable true. Okay, why is it true? Go back here. Go back here. Maybe the phase is not enter email. I thought it was. Phase updated but not declared with state. Yeah, that's simple. Let's declare it as state. Don't know if that will make the difference, but yeah, disable false, correct. It doesn't look, yeah, we need a placeholder, then it will look better. Go back here. Now, because you could enter the email, place. Enter email. And maybe I have to change the text a little bit. But this can't be unsubscribed yet because the mail is not validated. I don't know what else to hide there. Okay. So there is a button. Which how to execute code based on that button? Because I used that before. So for example, I use that button, close, I input the yellow, we figure out, remove the debugging and close it. Okay. There is not enough contrast. This color is made for a dark background. We're gonna figure that out, yeah. Anyway, there is this page I done before. There is a waiting list form where I have a button which actually does something when you press it. How was that? Ah, because it's type submit, isn't it? And then we get the form handle submit. Who's calling? How is handle submit called in the form? Yeah. All right. Hmm. The method post is totally meaningless because I do prevent default. So I go back here, and once I insert an email. All right, now the backend service is down because I didn't start it, but yeah, it don't need post. There was a mistake. Right. Yeah, I can put a form. Waiting for and do the same. But yeah, let's do type submit. So for the bottom part, I just need to say submit. And then I need another button that is validate email. Not here. We go to unsubscribe. All right. And these two buttons will have to be displayed either one or the other, not both. So here we can do an if. We either in the phase enter email. Hold on. And if is called no. If slash if, okay. Why do you want to put an else? Does it do slash shift without a hash? Yeah, phase is no. So let's see what phase. Let's say idle. Maybe not. We clearly miss a phase. Which is the phase that we reach after I've been loading the subscription is not idle. It's manage phase. So we go in the manage phase. I'll remove the finally because now it's not the same. We go in the manage phase only if we could load the emails. Okay. So now I can say if we are in manage, not that display the unsubscribe button. Otherwise, how do I else if the phase is enter email, right? If then we do validate email. Okay, so the form is starting to take shape. This method perhaps too long, we'll see. Okay, now it says validate email. So now we put require to. So here required. Maybe I need to put the form to make it work. Okay, and you need a form ID and the function we call on submit. Maybe we want to call a different function based on, or maybe check when they call the function based on the phase. This is like the manage form, and the submit is okay. So now we have to create a new function called handle submit, which can be empty for start. And what's the issue here? Oh, why I didn't use that? I didn't have the deprecation warning. Svelte. All right. What about the other form? Why this should be different? Oh, I'm not sure. Anyway, first thing to do in on submit is the prevent default and maybe change the state. Yeah. State to loading perhaps. Okay, let's start small. Right. Uh, Either I put it on the side or add some space. Oh yeah, I need to add the event. Let's add some space. Um, we're gonna add an ID to this div. What happened here? Oh, right, because it makes sense. And now here in this div, I will say dot buttons, margin top, 20 pixels. Let's see how it looks. Didn't work. ID instead I wanted to say class. All right. Yeah, now we have this margin. Maybe too much because then let's say just 10. Oh, didn't save, and it's updated to 10. Okay. Now I want to disable the extension. Manage. Well, okay. So require doesn't work. Type is email. Require is there. Not sure why. Anyway, let's do alert. Hello. To see if that works. So I press email and it tells me hello. No, it doesn't. Type email buttons. Type submit. Why? Any error in the console? No. Nope. Reload. Two messages connecting. Oh, the button is outside the form. That's what it is. All right. Let's move the button inside the form. And this time it should work. Okay, now it tells you to fill it if it's invalid. No, okay, there is a very basic check. Yeah, which is fine. Right. Excellent. How to do a little bit of background here so this will start to look better. Let's go to the home page and we do this dark background. So let's see, for example, the hero expands, but this content below has a margin. So I will go to see this one. So this one is called content layout. Okay. So here I have class content and I start to think to make this global maybe. If I use the same, where do I put the background? I have, okay, hold on slowly. I have content, content padding, and content box. Content box, where's the background? On content. Didn't know that, but this doesn't make sense because that's 1920. So this content, which is either content button or content account. Okay, let's do this. Let's copy these two divs. And here, I have some temporary stuff, which I'll get rid. Okay. So let's go back there. Okay, no margin whatsoever, it's okay. Oh, this is like not the one I was looking at. Okay. So we paste these two divs, and so I have to close one more div and then let the auto formatting put it back into place. Okay. So now I'm kind of want to get this class and make it global. But in the meanwhile, let's test them first. So I go content there. Okay, and then we need the padding. That will lay out a little bit better. Okay, perfect. And now we got that. We don't need to do the same. That's where the content box also has mm, 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 as a role for the rounded corner. Right. So let's go back here. There's one more div. Content box, which does close anywhere here, and then it will be auto formatted. Okay. Now we'll start to see things once I put the background, which is well, I can put that. No, what happened? I copied not the whole thing. Display flex, yeah, doesn't really need. It's not really needed. Ooh, actually screws up things. Yeah, because it's expecting box inside. We keep only that for now. We'll see later. Okay, and things are back into place. Let's go back here. Background. So I don't need the extra qualifier. Okay. The problem is, yeah, that's expected, but that's not how I want it to look because it's external container. How can it even work on the other page? I'm confused. Because here, I would put the content, that thing inside. Content. Okay. It's not really putting on content. It's putting in content and then account. So yeah. So what it's doing is putting it on content box because that's a card class. It's confusing. Maybe I should rename that to say content box. So in my case, I just have to say to move this inside the content box. So it will have the radius, it will be in the right place. Go there. Okay. That's what I want. Of course, there are still things to do, but we are getting there. Too much gap, perhaps. So now, and you know what? Maybe I don't put global stars. Let's handle it here. Let's get rid of this text thing. Border radius 15. Okay. Who gives this padding on top is too much? Um, mm, Probably this 45. Let's move to 15. Yeah. Okay. Let's do 20. All right. Right. Then this should be white or one bright color anyway. So here we are talking about H1 and P, maybe different. H1 would be font color, or just color actually. Yeah, color. Var, maybe that. And this is what? I is an app CSS. Okay, it's white. And then color inverted secondary. Yep. Should be primary, maybe instead of main. Main, secondary, tertiary. Color. No, not here. For text. Color var that one. Okay. All right. It's subtle, yeah, but still. Um, okay, maybe the instruction can be a little more clear because this was generic. Instead, they say if we are in the phase enter email, we can say maybe a totally different paragraphs. Let's not do magic with the text. If phase is enter email, can use three dot also in the context of why does it really matter? If and we have a paragraph where it says enter your email to manage your subscriptions. You will receive an email as to else. And in the else we put this and we'll figure out what's the appropriate things to say. You receive an email with a link to continue. Okay, the old form needs a little bit more space, especially at the bottom perhaps. Let's say here. Buttons margin. Bottom 60, don't know, something exaggerated. Maybe all feels a little bit cramped. No, and if it's too disconnected. And this small space, so that's on top of the input. Or this. Okay, if I enter an email, press validate, we got a hello. Okay, for now. Right. So want to see the waiting list is where we display a message. Yeah, we got that. Ooh, so nice. State. Ah, that's everything. That's so nice. Ah, this form state. Mhm. Okay. Let's put the message there. Yeah, content box can be flexed. So now we can arrange. No, we need to put another div, I think. We can put another. Oh, there is already. No, no, there isn't a wrapping div. But do we need that div? Okay, let's go that div. ID equal form. All right. So here we can put in the same div message state equal loading just to test. All right, hold on. Let's see. Actually, this is why this doesn't work. Okay. Message for now. Says loading is not assignable to form state. What's his form state? Isn't it string? Hold on. Message. Form state. Oh, we don't have loading. Is this submitted? Maybe loading was better. Go back here. Still doesn't work. No, okay. All right. Yeah, maybe loading was better. So we change it. Loading. Everyone calls it loading. So go here. Form state. Loading. And now there is other places to change. Loading. Loading. Because I use the style automatically. So now open the terminal and check submitted. We are talking only about the web SASI folder. All right. And we go here, line, don't know, N? No, and, yes, line 17. Loading. Okay. Right, so submit is not there anymore. Okay. So this state, I can maybe use this phase and convert the phase to state. Here is a little more complex than what I got before, because these formulas are 2-in-1 or 3-in-1. And that message is quite far. This spinner is quite far from the action. Not good. I think if you submitted the email and you are now in a phase that became loading, then I will put that message instead of the input. Okay. So yeah, it can be loading for now, but I think there is a better message. Right, let's see, and yes, center. And basically we make an if phase is not loading. We do this. Otherwise, we show the loading spin. Okay. Now there is no pause, so you can't see it. But the mechanism is there. Okay. So, right, what do I do next? If we have to validate the email, we need a new email. Oh, this is quite complicated. Yeah. Need a new email. We need to send an email. And for that, we need another backend function for Firebase. So I have this interested. I can use the same function, I think. Has two modes, waiting list and tester. According to the mode, we'll choose a template. Or if I add another mode, which is validate for unsubscribe, something like that, and create a new template for those. Or manage email or manage subscription. Okay. So if I have that mode, wait a second, is this a type or something? Mode comes as a string. Then we go parse request where we check. Oh yeah, it's just like that. Okay. Oh, I start with lowercase, so let's do the same. So let's change that as well in this comment. Oh, I didn't update that. Okay, so this is an example of the comment being outdated. Maybe I should remove the comment, but let's do this. See valid modes below. So I don't need to update it anymore. Okay, because that's a problem. So now we go manage subscription. You need to create a new template here for those. New folder, manage sub. Hmm, okay, so let's rename this to manage sub. Don't need to update above anymore. So templates for email, I need 3 files, handlebars template. This is for AWS SCS simple email service. So an HTML, subject, and the text only message. Okay. Okay, this I didn't write it yet. Now let's kind of copy this, starting from the subject. Well, of course, this doesn't make sense there, but the subject could be validate your email to unsubscribe to budget pile. Allora, let's say the important stuff first. What the user wants is unsubscribe request budget pilot, unsubscribe request, validate your email. Okay, so maybe it's clear first what the user wants, and I want to validate the email, otherwise it's not safe. Hmm. If the user is not subscribed, should I send them an email? Or should I notify? Or should I say, remain vague and say, okay, let's ask this to the AI. New chat. No, I don't need to that. I am creating an subscribe from a newsletter function. And if the user wants to unsubscribe, they will visit a web page where they insert their email address, and at that point I would send them an email to validate the email address. Okay. Well, and that's a happy case. But then, what if that email is not currently subscribed to anything? Should I still send an email, or should I warn them on the web page that they are not subscribed? Or shall I stay generic for security reasons, so you can't check, is that user subscribed? Stay generic on the web page saying they will get an email only if they are subscribed. Yeah, that's pretty tough to think about. Let's have some ideas. Not necessarily I will do what the AI suggests, but it's like brainstorming. It's best to maintain a consistent user experience and prioritize security. Yeah. Stay generic. I was supposing so. Yeah. Stays generic on web page. Always show the same message regardless of whether mail exists in the system or not. If your email, you will receive a confirmation email. Don't reveal subscription status. Avoid confirming when an email in your system is present to prevent enumeration attacks. Handle non-existing emails silently. Don't send. Send a confirmation. No. All right. So unsubscribe request, validate your email. So that's the happy case. Then there is a little bit of text, which let's start to copy this and change. Okay. You have requested to manage your email subscriptions to budget pilot mailing lists. No, that's not list, so we're not going to unsubscribe. Doesn't make sense. Oh, yeah, we can still do the unsubscribe. And actually, that's exactly the link that we need. So maybe instead of putting that as uh, footer, I put it in the body because that's the main goal of the user. Um, you request a measurement. Visit the link below to manage to unsubscribe. Or yeah, to manage your subscription status. Yeah, manage your subscription status. That's it. So the HTML one, without going to styling now, mm, let's do it text only for now. Or let's close everything else for now. And let's take some ooh. I had more stuff open. Let's close everything else. Let's take some inspiration for this. Being an email is as I read, best practice is still to use the old school layout with tables, not div. And pretty much, maybe we can copy the whole thing and put it on top. So I still have that text. And now kind of merge the text. So title will change. We'll put the same. Perhaps the title is not even shown, but I will put the same as the subject. Perhaps not relevant for an email. But then here, hello is hello. I want to close subject now. Right. And now I need to get this hello done. Then the first paragraph is this, which is this. So we substitute it. Okay. The second paragraph is this. Maybe it has to be changed because now we can link in line. Best regards is fine. The unsubscribe doesn't make sense anymore because it's in the body. We've done that. We just need this link. Right. Visit Yeah, I do. Click here, click here. I hate click here. Yeah, I will say it. Click on this link to manage your subscription status, and the link is on manage your subscription status. Right, with quotes and like that, quotes, and here without the dot, maybe with the dot. Yeah, without the dot. So let's go on a new line here, maybe here, maybe here. Okay. And yeah, styling by hand because this is an email and it sucks. Okay. All right, there it is. So now we have a new email for manage subscription status done. Let's upload it to SES. It's in function npm run upload templates. Didn't work because I'm in the wrong folder. Do it again. Choose. Do it again from the right folder, and now it works. Okay, now we have new template. So in AWS, AWS login, manage console, yeah. Sign in. Yeah, how many times I have to click sign in? Sign in. Root email. Yes. I just disabled one password which I want to enable, yeah. It's pretty handy, but okay. So let's reload. Yep. Okay. Now if I go to SES, Amazon Simple Email Service, I should have templates. Email templates. And now I have tester and subscribe and manage subs. Okay. So basically with that, I went exactly in the same flow as I clicked on the unsubscribe link. So I managed to merge the two flows. If I click the unsubscribe link from the email footer rather than from the top of the email, right? I think I want to try the flow to see in which how are we doing right now, because yeah, okay, so getting out of hand. So that let's say let's create a new branch first called validate email. Let's say that's our the goal of this branch, small step. The goal of this branch is just to validate the email. All right, so let's see what we have different. Ooh, lots. Why so much? Okay. and let's add. Let's validate the point we are at. So we go to function. Yep. npm run build. Let's check that everything is working. We have to go inside functions first. npm run build. Could go do a global build that builds everything, maybe. Yep. npm run deploy. Let's deploy it to the backend. This takes some time, but in the meantime, let's see, it starts. Good. Linting, building, and then going to that one there. In the meantime, go here, we deploy the template. We are in web, npm run deploy. This is faster. Deploys the website. Okay. And this gets bigger, gets slower, but that's pretty quick. And I go back here. This will take a little bit more, but there is a new function deployed. Okay. Check the email. No, not important. Okay, so as we got that done, we can even go to the live site and see what is missing there. Well, we're not sending the email at all, are we? We just added a template. Yeah, that would be really important to do. So I go here and subscribe, enter email. Oh, and it just says hello, which is a bit underwhelming. Okay, but now I know what I have to do, which is to go to this function, this layout, manage subscription, and there, instead of sending just hello, which is a start, wait a second, let's on mount. On mount, if you don't provide the parameter, just says go in the first enter email, handle event is here, just says hello. Okay. I have to see how I did call a backend function from the waiting list form. And there is a post. Yep. And I say, I send a parameter and I say waiting list. The URL is interested, but there we subscribe some is not what I want. I need a new function as well. This call interested is for sure sending the email, but it's also saving the subscription. And that's definitely not what I want. There are bits and pieces from this that are similar. Unless, if the mode is different, then I skip. Actually, the bits and pieces are similar. Everything is similar. The only thing I don't need to do is that? I think. Send email. We get the code. What is it called? Code. Where do I get the code from? I get the code when I save the subscription. If I have only the email, this new mode is called what? It's called manage subscription. If I basically this is subscribe, this is like check. Yeah, I think I can do that. Something like that. Subscription is what is this type? I didn't really codify it. Oh, this type. Which doc ID and code. It could be a validated document type. Doc ID string, code string. So we go back here. Oh, let's go back to here. There you go. Now I can say it returns a validated document. Oh, let's see. Yep, suggestion is good. Good. Because now I can make another function returning a validated document. And I can define the subscription as a validated document. That's probably not how to do it. Ah, okay. Hold on. We need to export it. And now I can import it. Yep. TypeScript doesn't have late variable. Does TypeScript have late variables? Late init non-nullable variables. That's a question. Bang the non before. What? Ah, okay. Oh, interesting. So you just say, where does bang is? Yeah, there we work and remove the initialization. And now the type is validated doc. That's pretty weird. Seems like a hack to me. Okay, so now we have a validated document. If the mode is, we got three modes. If the mode is manage subscription, we don't want to create a subscription. If mode 3 equals whatever, manage sub, we'll do something else, not that, else we will do that. This. We save the subscription. Right, and so if the mode is manage subscription, we retrieve the subscriptions. fetch sub. I don't know. We just the email. Right. Let's see what to use for that. I don't know if I have a function already that can return a but I don't think I have, but let's see. I think I can build one. Yeah, that's starting point. So he finds everything that the user is subscribed to. From there, I can build a new function called find. Just find one of them. It doesn't matter. Validate doc by email. I think, of course, we'll need an email as input, and we return a promise of a validated doc. Okay, and the body. Let's format now. Format, and the body will start to call this await with the email, and here we get a list of subscription, or just say const subs. The type is already declared, never used. Okay, just wait. Ooh, or null, because it could find 0 elements. Return null. So like that. Okay. So yeah, then this will need to be exported. Maybe before the types. Maybe let's put it first. Okay. We got the list of subs. If subs dot length is 0, return null. All right, that's out of the way. Otherwise, we return an object where we have yes, I think that's all right. See doc ID. Yeah, that's fine. Doc ID encode, which is a validated doc. Excellent. So I go back here, and this fetch subs becomes find validate doc of fetch. I use fetch. Fine. It's okay. Fine. And I put it in the input here. Not like that. Paste. Okay. That says, oh, it can be null. Well, we said yes, that's true. Let's make it nullable. And hold on. Let's say that if for any reason, yeah, let's make it nullable. Okay. Then if for any reason subscription is null, then we are not sending the email, or so opposite. If it's not null, we send the email. Right. Now we don't have to return anything different, because we don't want somebody to do an attack where they can check if someone is subscribed or not. So the function is successful no matter if we found it or not. It's only in the email that there is actual response, or lack of email. Okay, I think that should work. Now we have to call it. So from the front end, yeah, we need that I feel bad to duplicate that. Maybe I should have some central little component that gives back the URLs to the different functions. Let's have a look. And now this is Svelte up lib and routes. And I don't know where to put utilities function. Should I put them in lib? In my Svelte up in the web folder, where should I put utility functions files in lib or another folder? Okay. Yeah, just create a folder within lib. Okay, do that. So what is suggestion? Utils or helpers? Let's go for util. So, okay. And we create a new function to or file to return the URLs. How do you call it? Function URL or base URLs, base URI. And I think, yeah, it's all camel case. Components are uppercase. So we need to import dev to know where, if we are in dev environment or not. And then I say we need interested function, interested URI. Can it be const if there is a check? I don't think so, but let's try. Yeah, maybe yes. URI equal that. Yeah. And then it just has to export it. Okay. Should it be uppercase? Maybe. Yeah. I think that's obsolete. Should interested be uppercase as constant? Okay. All right, let's do that. I thought that was obsolete. Well, it depends on the coding convention and the language. All right. So there it is. So now I can here, not here, but in the waiting list form, I can get rid of that, which looks better. I can get rid of dev. And now I just say interested URI here, which makes a lot of sense. I have to import it. I think now I disable the suggestions because they were annoying me. Where is it? Autocomplete. Turn it on again. Okay. Come on. Nothing. Ooh, I don't know about that up thing. Oh, am I importing things the wrong way? Okay, we got it. So now I need to do exactly the same in my manage subscription. Start to import it. And then something like that. And here I have, I have an opportunity to do better than this. Instead of having this base URI, we can actually make the call. Right? So nobody will export the URIs anymore. And we say, yeah, we define them there, that's fine. But we just say something like, rename this. It's not anymore about base URI, but it's about API calls or API. No exporting that. But now we do that. So now we create a function called call interested. Now for now we're empty. We see the parameters, email and mode, and is a sync email string mode string. So let's make it generic. Okay. Call interested API. Nice. So now, we need to return the response. And if the only thing we do is that, we can do this and say this return a promise of a response. Okay, maybe we can do even more to parse the output, but let's start like that and see how it looks. We have a lot of save files. Okay. So basically we cannot do that anymore. Instead of that, the equivalent, it will be const response equal to await call, comment this out, call interested API with email, which is in the variable email, and the mode, which is waiting list for this page. Okay. We just need to import it. We just deleted that, but we'll need that later. Okay, import it. You know what? I think this can be inside. This method will throw exception if it fails, because he already throws exception for network connectivity. So it makes sense that it does all the throwing. And so it's even simpler. Now we know we can delete this code. Pretty nice. And now the actual message is here anyway. Nice. There I will have to think a lot before making the actual. All right. I think since we are at it, we have to do the same for this, which is fetch interested. We'll have an email and return a promise response. Excellent. We can do the same here. Now we have URLs that are not duplicated. That's fantastic. So that's the URL. Nice. We just have to implement it. Basically that. I think it's better to stay consistent with your response. This API URL is called fetch interested URL URI. Okay. And that's it. Well, yeah, it has the sub ID, not the email. Okay. And I already fixed that without me realizing. Okay. What else? So now we need to call it. We already throw in the exception in case of error as well. This is just a get, so it's much more compact, the call. But still, everything is now here. To be able to call it, we have to export it. And same here. I will also need the other one, but yeah, we'll add it later. And we say we don't need this code, all of that. And instead we do const doc equal await call fetch interested API with a sub ID. What's going on? Sub ID. Cool. Okay. There is a problem here. I have to, because this will stay. Don't have the parameter. We go in the phase enter email. Yes. And it's executed only on mount. Okay. So we don't need to worry about that. But when we go submit, we go to phase loading. And now we do where's the API? Wait, what does this now it's confusing. Interested API it's difficult to figure out what they do now. Right. The interested API does everything now. Yeah. and also the comment is not correct. Send email to people joining the within or applying as a tester, or requesting to manage their subscriptions. Right. That's why when we are here, we have to actually call still the interested API, which is the one we call in this case. But instead of saying waiting list, I want that to be a thing. That's fine. Yeah, we need to import it. We don't need dev anymore. Okay, fine. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that was already changed, correct. With the email, I don't think data email is correct. Even though, wait a second, we enter the email, we have to fetch it from the form, and I can fill data email with it if I want to. What a mess. So how to fetch that from the form? Input as name? No, it does not. We need a name. Let's see this way. List form. No name. How do I get the value out? Type email. What is the name inside here? Code. That's not so good. Yeah. Let's. Yes, I still need an email, but let's make this generic. Name. We have the parameter called name. And we define here export let name. Let's do this. So here now I can say name email. And now in my manage subs, oh, that was been added already. I probably added before. Name email. Okay, that's good. So now how do I let's close the input. Let's go back to here. When you submit, I need to fetch the email. How do I do that? And submit event. Oh. Ah. It's done like that. But then I have to declare another variable email. Can do, but wait a second. Why is not state? Yeah. Why is not state here? What? Ah, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Oh, we found problems now. Yeah, that's the same. And that should be declared a state. And it was unfortunate. I didn't see that because I defined a variable called state. There was a problem. At least we found out. But strange that everything worked correctly. Okay. Anyway, that's better. That is better. 25 minutes ago. Uh, right. So this is fine. Yeah, we need to do the binding. Boom. That's probably a problem. Or maybe not. We just make probably data not a global variable here. Or maybe yes. Let's remove it. Now email is the one loaded. Let me see. Data changed. Data. Nowhere. Okay. It was future proofing then. And we don't need it. So now I have a simple email. So the phase I need it starts as idle. Then I change it to loading. Then I said manage. No, it's more email sent. Yeah. Or not. But anyway, that would be in the message. Let's set it here. If the phase is email sent, oh, it's the else if I forgot. Please help. Oh, else if. Right. Email has been sent to email. If you are subscribed to any mailing list, let's say budget pilot, you will receive an email. Let's say subscribe to any budget pilot mailing list, you will receive an email if is subscribe to any budget pilot list, you will receive an email with a link to manage your subscription. If your email is okay. Okay, that's a suggestion too. Okay, so That's not called manage, it's called email sent. No button in that case. All right, change my mind there. So basically, why do we need to do that? We just say if it's no, if the phase, let's delete that. If the phase is enter email, we show that, otherwise not. For now, and we see the other cases. There is some problem here. We need a hash. Okay. And here in the message, if the phase is not loading, we'll have to be more careful with that. Now let's start with just enumerating the phases. Instead of no, we say, well, if the phase is enter email or the phase is idle no, maybe. Yeah, let's say idle for now, but we'll figure that out. Okay. If the phase is loading, and I could do something smarter with here, but maybe it's okay to do like that. Yeah, you just have to say else. Like that. Don't know why this syntax is so fucking weird, but can get used to it. If the phase is loading. And now we go to the phase email sent. Let's do this. Don't know about the state. And we figure out the message. Okay, this has to be up there. Okay. The state is form state success. Email sent if you are subscribed. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the old one. So now it's interesting because now we can use this locally too because we have the check for dev, so we don't need anymore to deploy remotely. We can do a faster check. So I have to run the local website, npm run serve, no, npm run dev. Okay, and then for the function is what I was doing, npm run serve. Maybe you should call it dev, so I go dev for both front end and back end. Anyway, that's good. Yep. Now it's running. Now instead of that, I can do localhost. Yeah, that's correct. I go here to unsubscribe. See what happens. Oh, I'm scared. Enter your email to manage your subscription. You receive an email with a link to continue. All right, something went wrong. What? That's not. Why did it say still alert? Hello, I removed the alert. I kept the alert in. Yeah, the alert is there. I got the email. Okay. I forgot to change the face. And I think, yeah, I changed it above, but not here. Email sent. I changed it here, but not here. And I'm not doing anything with the response. And I probably don't need to, but I need to add a try catch. So needs some polishing. Surely an assignment of a variable can't fail. So yeah, I can just move that out. And here is a catch error, and the phase maybe idle, I don't know. And actually maybe phase error. That we'll figure out later. Yep. Okay. To do display error message, maybe that message box. That's okay. So now that we change all of that, and I also got the email, I can take a look. Ah, that's not the one. Oh yeah, I got the email. Unsubscribe request. Maybe it's too formal and just say unsubscribe to budget from budget pile. You have requested to manage your email subscriptions to budget pile mailing list. Click this link. That looks pretty good. Okay. I change the subject. Make it short. Since I noticed that. That's there. No, it's in here. Manage sub. Maybe I should really change this to a sentence. Validate your email to unsubscribe from budget. It's not shorter, but budget. But it kind of flows better in my view. Okay. Okay. So let's do the happy flow. Okay, it kind of works the upper part, but not the bottom part. Okay. And I sent the email. I received the email, I meant to say. Which is good. Alright, the email has the same subject because I didn't update the templates. Functions, schools, update, upload. Templates. Fantastic. I'm so happy I did this utility function instead of uploading by hand because I spent time writing that function. But now it's a breeze to update the templates instead of going through the interface one by one, error prone. Okay, so that goes in email sent. Where is that spinner thing? That is fine. And that's the one it works. Oh. Well, there is this parentheses are not necessary. Oh, okay. Huh. No spinner. No good. Updating state inside that drive. Oh, is this the old one before I did update state inside the template? That was the one before where there was this error. But where is this clean? This. Now that was the mistake. That was equal instead of equal. I don't know if there is some stale stuff going on. Let's restart that just to be sure. Okay. Connection refused. Okay, that will have to be handled better. But now let's start backend. No, that's not the way to start the backend. I just functions serve. Now it's they're running, all good. You know what? Ah, yeah, and that's so eye-catching. This message and should disappear after 10 seconds. I didn't implement that. Yeah. Oh, maybe we can stay. I don't know. Check your inbox to continue. Maybe. Yeah. Check your inbox to continue. Email sent if you're subscribed. Oh, does it work already? Or no, just because I reloaded the page? Huh? Yeah, it's fine. It can stay. I like it. Nice. Nice. So now I got the email and the time almost up. And there in the email, there is a link that I can click, where I could click, but I won't click. I copy the link because I want to go localhost. And maybe I can also do that. Localhost 5173. Did I do the wrong port? No, it's HTTP. Oh, okay. That's not correct. And in fact, it doesn't send an email. Why we go to email sent state? Because I go here. Yeah, correct. But that's not the state we should go on. Well, we can go to a subscribe state. No, that's not. Let's go to idle temporary. Okay, idle we have already. Oh, wait before we proliferate the states. Let's go to idle. All right, so now we do a console log temp. That's 4 minutes. Right, in which we might have an email or not. Okay, let's go on with this. As a list of subscription. Yeah, if the length is greater than 0, I'm gonna take the email from this first one. Yeah, and assign, and that should now work. What? Array email subs length is not a function. Wait a second, I already changed that. Okay, it works. I'm saving the email there. I'm yeah, putting the email there. The email is not input in this case, but it comes from the subscription ID. Oh, wait, what's that? Why is it goes to subscribe? I didn't do that. It was email sent. So whoa, these suggestions are dangerous. Now, I can be in enter email phase when I come here. Maybe I'm trying to do all with just one single state variable and I need kind of two, maybe. But I'm in enter email phase. That what should I do? That's what I should do. But if I'm not in enter email phase, I have to do something else. But actually, before I do that, here where we want to show a button that is different. Maybe I should go down to the design board first. But basically, it will be a manage subscription button and a list of subscription with checkboxes. That's basically what is needed there. Let's see what the buttons is. There we just have one. Okay. Maybe I'm doing too much with a single form. I'm just complicating like hell. And this is actually 2 pages. It's totally different flow. They don't even overlap. When you go here and you just validate the email is one thing. But when you manage subscription and you have the doc ID is another thing. I think you need to split it. That's why this is a to do because time is run out. Maybe here. Split into 2 different pages and components. One linked from the main side, from the footer, will it will validate the email and send the link to manage subscription page. Yeah, time is out. And this page could be called unsubscribe, validates, maybe to be changed. Validate unsubscribe, or think about a better name maybe. And the second page is linked from emails, so already validated. Call it manage emails, manage subs. So the current name. Okay, that's for the next time. All right, that's all for today. 2 hour section, that's good. And a bit of progress, and also some more understanding of the problem, which is also progress.